Hi guys, it's Mark from Drumshack again, and welcome to the second-hand haul. Got another jamboree to show you of second-hand stuff we've got in the last couple of weeks. Welcome this way, and let's have a look at what we got. First up, we've got this, just come in literally in the last few days, is an amazing Slingerland kit. Very buddy rich, 13, 16, 22-inch bass drum in really amazing condition, and a white marine pearl. For you, all your big band jazz lovers, Buddy Rich lovers, this is a fantastic kit, once in a lifetime kit. You won't need to buy anything else. It comes dressed with a cymbal arm attached to the bass drum, which is obviously saves on hardware. It's also Meinl's 60s badge, gold badge. It's 3-ply, glue rings, a traditional way of making drums, and makes it sound nice and fat and open, and just sounds incredible. Let me play you one of the drums. So loads of subs. It's got a cushion in at the moment, so it's not that lively. So if you wanted to do that, just take the cushion out a little bit. But it's got some great tone to it. The toms are sporting some Aquarian vintage heads on them, which are great. Whack it. Obviously the Slingerland stick saver hoops, which save your sticks from being ruined, and also give a chunkier sound to it. Gives the Slingerland sound actually. So that's a really amazing kit, really good nick. Everything's great about it. Obviously with the rail mount and stuff. And of course the Slingerland in terms of price is $15.99, so which is kind of a really good going rate for that kit. Really for that kind of condition, that kind of era, it's a steal. So moving on from that now, polar opposites, like a pair of Paiste Sound Edge Colorsound 900 hats. So crinkled edge. Lets the air out, makes them quite crunchy, been painted black obviously by Paiste, which they do a really good job on that sort of stuff. Other people have tried and failed in the past. So really good sort of rock pop kind of pair of hats, cuts through nice and loud. Got the accuracy that Paiste sort of do really well. 2002 alloy, so really good high quality hats, and they are. Let me just get my paper. You didn't see that. They're 115, 112 pounds, even cheaper. Look, I saved you £3 in 3 seconds. Next up onto the carousel, we have a Byzance, Meinl Byzance. They call it a jazz crash ride. This is actually a flat ride. There's no bell. There's no bell equals less overtones, equals more accurate sound, but they've hammered this with a large hammering, so it's quite deep and they've got rivets in it. So it's nice and fine, it's got personality, it's got the depth because of the hammering. Pretty much a Turkish blank, I think, the Byzance. So yeah, you get that kind of like depth you would from a hand hammered cymbal. Is $199. So they're expensive cymbals normally, but that's a great little deal. Next up, we have very shiny but also very expensive normally Paiste Dark Energy range. A beautiful handcrafted cymbal, Turkish blank as well. The signature range, very hammered in the bell, so it gives it a really darker, less bright, but still very responsive. The bow. Really well balanced, modern, but sort of dark sounding at the same time. So you've got the best of both worlds in this cymbal. That actually is looking like a brand new cymbal, but we've got it today at $239. So that's also, for something that's a very expensive cymbal, that's a cheap price on that. So hurry and get that before somebody snaps it up. Next on the carousel, we have a Rogers Powertone snare. Powertone being a chrome on brass snare from the 60s, Fullerton badge. Got a really nice response to it. It's a quite smooth sounding snare. It's got internal damper on it. It's I believe it's a 5. This 14x5. crisp, and quite vintage as well. A little bit of a vintage thing going on. Got a nice vintage sound to it. And that price is a meager $279. So yeah, brass snare, 60s, $279. Can't be too bad. Next up is a more modern version of a snare drum, Oak Custom. This is when Yamaha were doing their sort of different ranges of snares, sensitive, and this actual snare drum is the Loud series. So Loud series, obviously, like it says, it's a louder drum. It's got a wood that projects, which is oak. So it's made of oak. Oak is typically got a lot of depth to it, but it's also very a wood that projects very well, so it gets loud, it gets out into the audience, and it's got offset lugs on it, and a great sparkle burst, black burst just from silver to black there. Gorgeous looking drum, and it sounds the biz. Loads of bottom end on a small drum, fantastic looking drum, and in great nick. And that snare drum is $219, so 219 English pounds. So guys, thank you very much. Thanks for indulging me, watching and enjoying these beautiful instruments we've managed to attain in the last few weeks. So as I say, don't leave it too late. These things go quite quickly once we've been on the channel. They tend to get sold within about 5 to 7 days, generally speaking. So please subscribe and like, do all the things you should be doing on our channel, which is so you get to see us and you get notifications. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next month for another bunch of stuff. Thanks very much.